Hello and welcome to Stochastic's Uptrend forward testing, and here we go. It's going to be a lengthy video because we got a lot of entries that came into play on Friday. So let's get started. Here with Val. Val, remember, what is the purpose of forward testing? Of course, is to test your strategy, but also too is to get you into a habit of knowing your entry. What is your initial stop? What is you're going to do when price moves in your direction to protect capital? And then what you're going to do further if price moves in direction to protect profit. And then what would be the ultimate goal? Now, in this forward testing, our goal is we're shifting a bit. I did say this is going to be a DTE. Problem is we're only going to do this for another week or so. So we're on Monday. This is only going to be this week. That's because we do a lot. And this takes up a lot of time, but it gets the objective done, and then it's just repeat. So the way we're going to play the game, if we get stopped here on the red, we get a -1. If we get stopped here in the blue, we'll get 0, but we're going to keep count of it anyhow, but it's still just a 0 value. We get stopped out here, price goes up and comes back down, and we get stopped out, that'll be a +1. And then our objective is to get to 3-1, get to that third ratio. And that will be the objective in the next couple of days. This list continues growing beyond pretty much manageable control, then we'll probably end up stopping. We're going to stop scanning by the end of the week. That'll give us more than enough opportunity. They say that to get a good sense of the trading plan and make sure it's moving in the right direction and all, that you should be doing 100 paper trades. So we're looking here on how many forwards we're doing going forward. So the scoreboard is still empty, and we go ahead and get started. So Val has earned its EPS. So it's already in a 0 position. That's good. And then we'll go on now. So it didn't clear, and now we'll go ahead and use our pin it down, and okay, got triggered. Also, orders did not get triggered. They will be removed from the field without penalty. And this triggered, and it's in negative. Not out yet. Okay. X T ATVI. A little closer. Now you notice that ATVI has some data, which means it does owe me money, but since it's not in play, it will just be here in the forward testing. Another thing too, in Friday scanner, we had a lot of candidates, and 3 or 4 were issues that are already in play at the alpha account. So they come off the board. And the reason why is because if we come here and we start marking up an active trades chart with our forward testing data, we could get confused and get exit a trade accidentally, and it might be a winner and it might be a loser. But that was not fair to the live money that's on the table. So anybody who comes up in the scanners that is a in trade situation, they will be removed from the forward testing list. That's all. Okay. That said, now sometimes I have to check myself to make sure. Oh, here we go. To make sure that okay, I'm looking for CVX, and CVX is not here. Okay, because I did do a trade on CVX, but it was in another account. I was getting confused. There it is, right there. So CVX triggered and did not. It triggered. I triggered a while back, but it hasn't cleared the gantry yet. Okay, Kim. Alrighty. Oh, okay. What happened here? I thought we did this already. Okay. I guess not. All right. What I'm trying to do is I thought for sure that I made this back panel big enough so that we can get some extra territory here. There we go. There we go. That doesn't look so tight. Yes. Okay. Now that works. And then we can shoot get more real estate here, and we'll keep our data box down here just in case we have to check something. All right, Kim, triggered, but is not out in the zone, and now we'll pin it here. This we already have, and tarot. So outlight did not clear the gantry completely. Let me see what the low is. Low is 10.59, and our entry would have been the top of this candle in the close at 10.60, 10.65, and this got to 10.59 no. Alrighty. Okay, Oracle did not clear as of yet. EQT. EQT earned its already EPS. So wherever you have trades that are going to break. Now, of course, it's in a perfect world, it'll be a break even, but it won't, because we know that in the ask bid price will be. Now in stocks, that would be the price. The price breaks out and comes back and hits 7. You got into 1750 and you go out and come back in and get stopped out at 1750. That is a break even minus commissions. The commissions are very, very small. So it's essentially break even. But in options, because you enter on an ask price buying and you exit on the bid price selling, and there's always a spread between the two. And the thing would be is that when you get into options, with you also looking, you got to make the difference between the ask bid price. That's why I have a 10% rule or less, because I have to make up that distance before I get to real break even. So that said, that's why this will be zeros for our forward testing, because we're not doing option trading. We're just doing strategy testing here. Okay. And all right. Okay. And now I'm using my cursor down arrows. Now, this was a trade. Okay. The high is 1959. I will call it 1960. The high got to be 1941. Let's review that one more time. This trade HBI was set up on Friday, and it got in at the high. The close was 1940. Got in the close 1941. I'm sorry, I got the wrong thing. Got in the close at 1941. That'll be 1945. Anything above 1945, this order will have triggered. It had 1941. See that? We got a 1945 on the close. When it switched over here, the high only got as 19. This order is now canceled. And so we won't move this, because this would be kind of cool to see how it works. But we move from the list, and to do that, you highlight it, hit the backspace, enter, and it's gone. And now we're on to SBIT. Okay, that triggered. And now we're back to using the cursor arrows. Did it clear the gantry completely? Well, let's see. Our entry would have been the top of the body of that candle, which would have been the close at 50, 59. I would round it off to 50, 60. And this opened at, oh yeah. No, I'm looking for the gantry. That's right. And I need the low to be greater than 50, 60, and it's 50, 56. It did not clear the gantry as of yet, but that's close. It's going to be possibility tomorrow. All right, Western Digital. Okay, Western Digital triggered, and it is still in the trades of the first risk ratio zone. UA. Okay, it triggered. It's okay. IPG. Now we got to see, did this trigger? Looks like it did, but we have to really be careful with it. Okay, the close, green candle, 36.84, we call it 36.85. The high got 36.96. This order triggered, so that's good. That's in. Okay. The close here on the green on Friday was 11.06. I would call it 11.10. And then over here, I have to be greater than 11.10. It didn't. 11.08. Right there. Look. Here we are here, and the close was 10.06. We made it would make it 11.10, and then coming over here, the high got 11.08. This order is canceled, so now we just backspace that, take it off the list. Okay, so going on, PGX that triggered. It's in the game, but still AES. All right, we determined that did trigger way back here on this area here. It did trigger, That's why it's still here. Figs is in. BGLT in. BLL, oh, BBL, look. BBL also earned its own, earned now the EPS. Okay. And here's your down arrow to move your list up. And there we go. And we are now this already earned it, and we're out. We have our first exit here at EPS. So that said, we write that down. EPS receives a 1. But remember, EPSs are going to be 0 value. They're just going to keep track of them. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and note this. And put it here. And 8:30, and we're going to say exit EPS exit. That's it, EPS exit. And now we know what happened. There we are. Okay, so we have our first technical loss on the options. And okay, the entry, the high is here. On the close, it'd be 28.30. So it being on 28.30, 28.35, we know got triggered. Did it get below 28.35? It did. We have another loss here. So now we have another EPS loss, though. Should have done a copy of that. EPS exit. All right. So we have 2 EPSs. Let me go ahead and write that down. Now we have 2. Right, and now we have, and this did not clear the gantry yet, so it's not played. All right, that takes care of that. Now we'll go on now to scanner time. So it's going to be scanner time. And actually, we're going to leave this open because we want, that's right, we're not going to see it because that will disappear. Oh, no, it doesn't, right there. Okay, so we got the scanner. Now we have to go and load up, load personal. And when that's an uptrend, that's the only scanner that we're doing. It defaults to our optional $10 to 100 and with 2 million shares. And let's run it and see if we have anybody to add to our list today. And then we'll conclude today's video, and then I'll add these two. Oh no, we add them anyhow. That's right. Okay, so now we got that. And now we'll come here and move this here, and then we come over here and then go XLP to add to the list. And right click, come down before you lose the chart, and red. And auto zoom, grab the Fibonacci. Oh, this text is in the way. Oh, this trade is not going to be, we're not going to do XLP because XLP came up in the alpha account and it's being traded. So XLP will be now taken off the list. So I got to go find it. There it is. And we'll go and highlight it, backspace, enter, and done. So the only one now, so CVS, okay. So CVS is not on the list. And there it is. Now CBS is it does owe, but it's not in play. So you have to disregard these notes and just follow the forward testing notes. Now, if one of these does become in play, and it has not been concluded, as long as the tax does not overlap the operation, we could follow both if we run into that situation. I kind of doubt it because the GIL, the alphas have very little left. Okay, so now this is a former. These are former notes. Now, when you have former notes, it is recommended. Now, this is a marker. You can go ahead and put markers. You can go ahead and go down here and create alert. That's an alert. And I hit, and then there's the word mark, and then you got the word market. And I told Thinkorswim, they really should, it's an alert, call it an alert, and don't mix it up with the word mark. Well, there's market and market, yeah, but the problem is the words are similar in pronunciation, and you really got to continue having that. And then when you go to other parts of the Thinkorswim, they'll use that as market. So anyway, we're going to get rid of that alert. And we're going to turn off Fibonacci. Now, here's a cool trick. If you have a Fibonacci already on the screen, you can go and grab it, then grab the blocks, and you can just do that. And let me zoom in a little closer, show you how that's. And there we are. And now we have our parameters. This is just dropping. This is just dropping it in to get started. Okay, RXT. Alrighty. Go ahead and zoom in just a little bit so you can see what I did there. Okay, it's top of the body, and then we should go to that low swing. So we stretch it out, and it becomes a little discretionary. It's so close. This bottom low is 1324, and this low is 1307. So you're going to have to make a decision on which one you like. Because this is a penny stock, or actually it's a under 20, they're all in, they're on a penny first. Catch my breath here. Because of, well, actually would work. So right there. Now, usually the short-term price channel will match the low here. So you can use right off the low up. Again, this is forward testing. We're just throwing it in here, and then checking it out for the future. And okay, and now we have that, and we have that. Okay, so we have now completed adding a few more to the list. So with that, we're going to conclude today's report, and try check in tomorrow and see how this is going forward, and keep your practice up, getting ready for the main event, you making money. With that, we'll take care. Bye-bye.